How short do you think I am?
5'5".
All right, that should be about enough for the podcast.
Hello, check.
Do 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 do. Oh my gosh. Nothing. I think jumping jacks are good. How do you feel?
Feels good.
Yeah?
I like swinging my arms like that.
This mug makes me take little sips. I drink quite a bit though. What you drinking, Lee?
Wawa.
Nice.
Hi, welcome to the Yeah, Maybe podcast. My name's Lee. This is Jamie.
No,
He
I don't
hates
like
that.
Jamie.
Talk about a pet peeve.
Oh, I don't like that.
You have a little piece of dry skin or a booger right here. You feel it? Oh, I think you got it.
I can't feel it.
Nice. Hi, welcome to the Yeah, Maybe podcast. My name's Lee. I am an artist and a plumber. This is James. He is an artist and a plumber.
I'm not an artist. I'm more plumber than artist.
Welcome to our podcast. We talk about stuff here. It's very chill. One of the best podcasts you'll ever hear. We've gotten a lot of reviews where people who don't like podcasts like our podcast. So
Yeah, we have.
if that's you, then you should stay forever.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Just one eternity.
Just one.
One's good.
2 won't be necessary.
Yeah. You'll be tired after the first one.
But thanks for coming. We are happy to have you. If you're on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe. You're not going to regret it because regrets are for the weak. If you are on an audio platform, head over to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review. That's an order.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else for me to say? Did you tell them to subscribe to this?
I did.
Nice. Do you want to tell them about our sponsor today?
Our sponsor today is Courtney Hossman. They even wrote their name, how to say their last name on their little note
Yeah.
they gave us, and I still am not sure.
Maybe Hoosman?
Maybe Husiman?
Could be.
Husmani?
Who's to know?
We commissioned these mugs. They're beautiful. We'll give you a closer look for the video viewers. They say, yeah, maybe, handmade, beautiful, and they have some of our best jokes on them. What? Mine says, yeah, I text.
Mine says goo goo gaga.
Mine says peaks and pits.
Not sweaty.
#1 full-time plumber. 5 stars.
Free them.
You have 5 stars on yours, too. And they have our names on the handle. Welcome to our pod.
Thank you for having me today.
Welcome to everyone except for James.
That's not true. And if anything, now people feel bad for me.
You want a pity party?
Party? Yeah.
I knew you'd make that joke.
Yeah. Now what do we do?
Let's start with our peaks and pits.
Okay.
We start
I
all
need
of
my
our
phone.
all of our pods with peaks and pits.
Oh, I remember mine.
What's a peak and a pit?
I don't know. Me
Me either. Let's do it. You going first?
Yeah.
We prepared these in advance.
Yeah, so it's easier to edit. My pit would be... Now this is going to sound bad at first. My nephew Clifton came over this weekend. That's not the pit. The pit is he decided to drink Gatorade while eating spaghetti, and I had to throw the Gatorade away later. And it had spaghetti in it.
No.
It made me want to throw up.
Ew.
Yeah.
That is a terrible combo.
Yeah, I caught him doing it. I told him to stop, but it was just too
To
late.
stop regurgitating spaghetti into Gatorade?
Yeah, I said eat your food first, and yeah,
Was there anything on the spaghetti? Just the cheese?
just cheese.
Shredded?
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, we can talk more about it in a little bit.
Okay.
That was my pit. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want to look at it or touch it.
I get that.
It was so gross. I took a video of it.
You did?
Yeah,
You took a video of the spaghetti and the Gatorade?
yeah, and I made a throw up noise.
I've never seen that before.
I could show you it later.
Okay. Are you reading my notes?
No, I can't even read. What's your pit? Wait, do I say my peak now?
Yeah.
It's my first time here.
This is our 11th episode.
Wow. How the years have flown, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And boy, do they fly.
This sunlight's gonna make me tired. I have to make a conscious effort. I've done it. My peak was that Clifton came over for the weekend. But we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Okay, what was the best part though?
Kind of how he always wants to help me when I'm doing stuff. It's very sweet.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He
And his
offered
karate
his help
moves.
to me as well.
Yeah, he's very helpful. But even if he's not, he wants to be.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn, ma'am.
I have a few pits and a few peaks.
What?
Okay.
Why?
I have 3 pits.
All right.
Pit number 1, I had to go to the bank.
Hmm.
Didn't like it. When we were there, I went with James. He's been taking care of all my financial stuff for my business. He made me go because we had some issues with our online banking. I went in. Okay, I was wearing a mask and my trench coat. I have like a big loose tan trench coat. And I have this same hair all the time. And James and I went in, talked to a banker. The banker left, came back, and told us that the other banker thought that I was James's child.
They thought Lee was a kid.
Which was a peak within that pit.
Yeah. It
But
was pretty hilarious.
It was hilarious. And then the banker who was helping us was like, no, that's his wife.
Yeah, that was also funny.
And then she followed up with, you guys got any kids?
Well, I was talking about Clifton, and then she was like, you have kids? I was like, no, that's my nephew.
So it was a big misunderstanding. We did maybe get things figured out, but I don't like to go to the bank.
Yeah, I also understand their misunderstanding, at least for the kids part. I don't understand the kid part.
Me either.
You being a kid.
I don't look like a kid.
You do in that coat.
But like, really?
No, not really.
You wouldn't see me in that coat and be like, well, the coat's big,
But
so she
also-
must be small.
But also, when we go in there, Lee doesn't want to talk like a kid. And we just be like, I don't know.
I don't like it.
And
I'd
then
rather
I
be
talk.
anywhere else. Okay, second pit is it was really dreary on Sunday?
Dreary.
Saturday.
Yesterday it was rainy and gray all day.
It was yesterday.
I don't know. Depends. Are you just upset about that?
The day that Allie slept in really late.
Which day is that?
Good point. I guess it was yesterday. Yesterday it was so dreary. It felt like it was nighttime all day.
That was yesterday.
Okay. And my third pit, I thought of, but Clifton was in my studio. I came home. James was laying on the floor looking at his phone, but Clifton was watching some
my
videos on the
gosh.
computer. I don't know what the guy's name is. Jamesify.
Jamesify thing.
Jamesify. So he's streaming some just like games. He doesn't seem like he likes a certain game. He's just streaming games. And the way that guy speaks was awful.
Can you imagine editing those videos?
No. I was sitting here. I think I had to be in here for something. I was doing something and I couldn't leave. And I could just hear Jamesify talking. And he talks so fast and so much energy behind it. Like the kind of gameplay that's like, whoa, I didn't see that behind me. Anyways, let's grab this egg. We'll throw it at the trash bin. Let's see what happens. Whoa, nothing happened.
Yeah.
But it's literally, I don't think they cut out all of his breaths.
Yeah, it's just non-stop.
And Clifton turned around and he said, this is fun.
He loved it.
Man.
Jesse's kids watch similar things.
It is hard to hear.
It's wild.
Yeah. Very stimulating. Okay, now my peaks.
Gosh.
I've been playing Kingdom Hearts this past week. I beat it. That was cool. I don't know if it was a peak. It was surprisingly easy. I enjoyed playing, but it was...
I mean, how many times did you die?
Like twice. No, 3 times. In total.
Yeah, one of them was like at the very end.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
And I was like, heal, and then I died.
Yeah.
So that was cool. I just like playing Kingdom Hearts. I wish it wasn't over. Another peak, I called my mom on a walk. I typically call my mom on walks. But she was busy, so she told me to call my dad, who I never call. And he picks up the phone. He's a very quiet guy. He picks up the phone. He's like, hey, Lee, I'm in the middle of a Zoom meeting. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll let you work. He's like, nah, I'm on mute. What's up? So I was like, hey, Dad, I tried to call Mom, but she told me to call you. She's busy. And I like to talk to her because when she speaks to me on the phone, it's like a podcast. Like, I don't have to speak. She's
venting and
she
talking.
will just hit it. And I love that. And he was like, you know what, Lee? I'm never going to be that guy for you. And guess who he was? He was that guy for me.
Really?
Full hour. My dad talking to me. So fun.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. He acts like he has something to say, but if I don't speak, he'll just fill it. I don't give him a choice, I guess.
Well, you guys also talk so little. So there's months of news.
We still, like, our conversation is so surface level, too. It's not even like, let me catch you up on this. It's like, so, how's work? He told me about some surfer stuff he's been watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I need to watch more scuba diving stuff.
Yeah, he said he was watching a documentary about a dude looking for the 100-foot wave to surf.
Where they pull you out on like a jet ski and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other 2 peaks is I've had some good climbing lately, and I had a game night with friends last night. I haven't seen a lot of friends besides James in the past like week or so, and it was so nice to see other people.
Yeah, because we used to not see each other during the day. Now we do.
Yeah.
So we have to hire some new friends.
I have them. I'm not using my friends.
Yeah.
I should be.
Yeah, use your friends. Life hack.
Life hack, use your friends. Do you think I had too many peaks and pits?
No, you went through them pretty quick, so I think that's very fine.
Okay.
So do you want to say what
We're going to go into a story time.
story time?
We have a few stories lined up that I feel like we've missed over the past couple episodes that are definitely podcast worthy.
Can I be honest though?
Okay.
I don't think I'm a great storyteller.
I don't think you're a great storyteller. There's also something about you where I tell you I have a story and you're like, hurry it up. What's that?
I'm not familiar with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, well, I have a story. It's kind of long. You're like, well, Cliff Notes it, Lee.
Oh, I think that's just me making a joke.
Really?
Yeah, when you're like, it's a long one, I'm like, better not be.
I don't know, James.
Why would I care if you're talking? I always have to talk.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with a follow-up on the roach. If you watched our last podcast, my sister texted James and asked him to help her.
Quit looking at my acne.
I can't stop looking at it. There's so many on the side that I look at.
I know. It's hidden from you guys.
Yeah. My sister texted James and asked him if he was in the area of her house that was 15 minutes away in an area where he never goes
Never go over there.
to ask him to help with a roach that is in her bathroom. We finished up the podcast and then we immediately left this room, left everything set up to go help her with the roach. We got there. She didn't know where the roach was at.
Gone.
We looked in the bathroom, couldn't find the roach. She said she'd been staring at it for like 2 to 3 hours. She went in the bathroom initially to shower, never showered because she was staring at the roach for 2 to 3 hours. We got there, a roach was gone. We chatted for a little bit. Then her boyfriend came home and he was like, let me see this roach, Sarah. You're such a baby. Grow up. And she was like, Josh, it was huge. And what? It was huge, wasn't it?
It was the biggest cockroach I think I've ever seen in real life.
We looked it up. It's the largest type of cockroach you can get.
American cockroach.
Yeah. So it was big. And Josh found it, Sarah's boyfriend, in their little basket they have in their bathroom that they keep their toilet paper in. And it was laying up against some toilet paper. So Josh cleaned out their vacuum and he sucked it into the vacuum because we didn't want to kill it, even though we read a little bit about cockroaches and that you should kill them.
Yeah.
They carry diseases, they travel in packs, and when you kill them, they release a pheromone that tells other roaches not to come because they just died.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think, rare cases where it's like you're doing more good. Just also based off diseases and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if you were to get sick because a cockroach is in there.
Right.
And it's like the risk versus reward.
Right. So we decided not to do that anyways. None of us
didn't do it.
None of us like to kill bugs. I'd say Josh is probably the biggest bug killer. Maybe.
I can't remember the last time I killed one.
Not
on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone around me kills the bugs except for me. Like, Danny used to slay the flies in our kitchen. Like, he would slay them for sport.
Had another good day.
Anyways, Josh sucked the cockroach into the vacuum. It was the only thing in the canister. We took the canister down to the sewer across the street and we dumped that bad boy in.
Yeah, so we emptied the vacuum out so that the cockroach would just be in there by itself so we could take him.
Honestly, it works seamlessly, and I would recommend this method.
It worked pretty good. I'll put the video in here of him going into the sewer, and Leigh keeps making the joke that she fed him to it.
I did.
Yeah.
Who else is down there that's hungry?
We both posted the same video, and I said we rehomed a cockroach, and then Leigh said I fed him to it. So there's our different mindsets.
Whatever. Okay. So the whole cockroach situation was resolved. We're hoping that maybe he likes his sewer home.
I guarantee you he does.
And or got eaten.
What? Or he's living a happy life.
Either way.
I hope he's okay.
Well.
I don't wish misfortune on anyone.
Yeah. Can you tell them about the kitten that you came upon?
Yeah. Okay, it's a little weird of a story. So I met this girl on Hinge that didn't live here. She was moving to Cincinnati, and so she was looking for people to talk to before she moved here.
What's her name?
Lisa.
Nice.
So we talked. We ended up not hanging out when she got here. And so like I had never hung out with her, but she lives in Cincinnati. And then one night she called me and she was panicking. And I was like, what's up? She's like, I just got home. I found this kitten. Nobody owns it. I don't know where it's from. It's just in my hallway. Blah, 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 blah. What do I do? And I was like, I don't know. I guess you just keep it for the night. And she's like, I can't keep it. I have a dog and 2 cats already. What do I do? And I was like, I was getting the vibe. She was like, please take this kitten. And I was like, I don't know. Call some other people. I'll call some people and we'll figure it out. And so she hung up. I didn't really call anybody. I asked my friend Jessie, whose wife is super into saving animals. And then she called me back and she's like, hey, I don't have anybody else to call. I was like, okay. And then because I was getting that vibe of, can you take the cat? I was like, do you want me to watch the cat? She's like, that would be great. I can drop him off right now. I was like, okay, that's fine. So this lady who I've never met is bringing this kitten over. I see the kitten and it's a little black cat who has like extra thumbs, like extra nubs on his or her paws.
Thumb on the front and back.
Yeah, it looks like a chameleon.
Uh-huh.
Super cute cat. So I took the cat and I was like, thanks. And she's like, you're so nice. Thank you so much. I was like, okay. But we don't have any cat stuff here. So we went to go get kitty litter because we were just going to put some litter in a box and then feed the kitten dog food until tomorrow. Zuko's pretty much a cat anyway, so it's probably the same thing.
It is.
It's not. But when we were walking to UDF to get kitty litter, we passed a little carrying crate and a litter box.
Little kitten size.
A kitten-sized litter box.
On the street for free.
And we walked past it, and Leigh was like, yeah, it's been there all day or something. Like, she saw it on her walks before. And like, in Northside, people just set things outside for you to have if you want it. It's like a thing. So we went to UDF, got the kitty litter, and then on the way back, we picked up the kitten-sized litter box and the kitten-sized little traveling case and brought it back. So then the kitten had food, water, and a litter box.
Talk about destiny.
Yeah, it worked out really well.
We couldn't believe the odds of that whole setup being out there.
Everything you would need.
You got a kitten.
Anything you would need. It was absolutely insane. It was like, okay, so this is meant to happen. Cool. We're on the right track. So the cat stays here for the night, and the cat is super cute, like calm,
so nice,
super nice, no problems. And then in the morning, I can't remember if she texted me or called me. She's like, so I made a mistake. That's one of the people who lives in my building's cat. But she had made it sound like she checked everywhere and this cat was abandoned. And it turned out the owner just lived 1 floor down. And I don't think I even told you this. The owner had knocked on her door at like 1 a.m. And she's like, I'm not answering this because it's 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And somebody's knocking on your door.
I wouldn't answer either.
And then somebody knocked on her door again at like 9 a.m. and she answered it. And she's like, yeah, I took the cat to my friend's house. And the lady was mad. She's like, why would you do that? She's like, well, I couldn't keep the cat here and I didn't know whose it was.
I would really hate to be Lisa.
Yo, she was embarrassed.
I would feel so bad.
She was like, okay, maybe I overreacted. And I was like, it's fine. You only overreacted out of care. So it wasn't like you hated the cat. You were trying to take care of it. But then I ended up giving the cat back to Lisa to give back to the other lady, which I'm so glad I didn't have to be that person. Like, here's your cat back that I gave away way too quickly.
So James had a sleepover with a random cat.
Yeah, which I can post some videos in this too.
Super cute cat.
Such a cute cat.
I named him Chippy.
Yeah.
We soon found out that she was a girl and her name was Kiara.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments below if you think Chippy is a better name than Kiara.
So, and the reason Chippy came up was in the morning I was going to see if Chippy had a chip to see
Microchip.
Microchip to see who owned Chippy.
James asked me how to spell Chippy.
Yeah. I don't know how I would have spelled it. Chippy.
That's how I would spell it.
Who knows how else you could spell it.
Ppieieiyyy.
I-E-I-E-Y-Y-Y.
Mm-hmm.
Chippy. Yeah, super cute cat.
Yeah, I mean, we hung out with it for a few hours. Toady was
that's what I was
on
gonna
the edge of his seat trying to get into James's room to see this cat. He loves cats. He doesn't want to do anything to them, but he wants to sniff them so hard that it's invasive. So he kind of does want to do something to him. Once he sniffs them to his heart's content, he's chill. Like he's not going after the cat. He's not doing anything crazy. But he was sobbing outside the door. Sobbing.
And he was checking for the next couple days to see if he was in there.
I wake up in the morning. Toady jumps out of my bed. Toady goes to my door. We both walk out. Usually we'll take a hard left to go down the stairs. But for 3 days after the cat was at our house, he took a hard right straight into James's room looking for the cat.
Yeah.
He didn't get over it for a while.
He was doing that too, I think, when I had Roro.
He loves kitty stuff. He
Yeah.
loves mystery animals in James's room.
Yeah.
He loves a little bit of variety in his life. To the point of obsession.
I get that.
Yeah. I mean, I would check. I'd be like, well, there's a chance.
I didn't see him leave, and I still smell him. So...
There's no proof that this cat is not here still.
There's only proof that he's here.
And I want to talk about Clifton visiting.
Yeah, so Clifton's my nephew.
We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
What did we talk about?
I have no idea.
Oh, pouring the cheese packet into his mouth.
Yes, that's Clifton.
He's 8.
Yes, he's 8. I asked him. I was like, well, how old are you? He's like, 8. I was like, cool.
He's very kind to both of us.
He's very kind to everyone, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched him this weekend, and just so everybody knows, I say this all in good fun when I talk about Clifton, but he does some weird things.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
He's 8. He's a kid.
He'll grow out of it.
He does
maybe.
anything he wants, really.
Yeah.
He has a good amount of freedom in his life.
Especially when he's here.
Oh, yeah.
I give him freedom.
We let him do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Uncle James is cool.
Rips.
Yeah. Also, Uncle James's name starts with a U. Because Uncle. He was like, he was listening to a video about like the alphabet or something, like what words start with what. And I was like, what does my name start with? He said, Uncle. You. I was like, no.
That's right.
My name's James. He's like, J. I was like, yeah, that's it. It's not you. But I like in his head, my name's Uncle James.
That's what he always calls you. He says, Uncle James?
But he still even will say, Uncle James? But yeah, he just has some weird eating habits.
He does.
Like a lot of kids do, but...
Tell him about him trying the cheese.
I took him to a cheese store, like a cheese and wine store. Clifton loves cheese.
Loves cheese.
Loves it. Like, he will say it's his favorite food. I have videos.
I asked him what his favorite food is, and he said beef ravioli.
Well, that's like a weird cheese.
But
There's cheese in
he
there.
eats cheese a lot more than he eats
by
ravioli.
itself, yeah.
Like, he took shredded cheese straight to the mouth. Good stuff. Like wad, not just like a little bit.
Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. So I took him to this cheese store. I was like, Clifton, do you want to go try fancy cheese? Excuse me. He said, yeah. I was like,
really?
all right.
He was psyched about it?
He was super excited to go to the cheese store.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I even when we went in there, I was like, can we try like a kid-friendly cheese? And he was like, yeah, I need a kid-friendly cheese. And so they gave me cheddar, like white cheddar, but it was sliced real thin for a sample. Wouldn't eat it. He wouldn't even try it at first. I was like, Clifton, it's just cheese. It's just like all the other cheeses you have. And he's like, no, I don't like this one. I was like, have you ever tried it? And he's like, I think so. I think I've tried it. I was like, God, there's no way you've tried it, and there's no way you don't like it. It's just cheddar cheese. So then I had them cut it into a little block, like almost like a cheese stick. And he still wouldn't try the white cheddar one. And then we made a deal. If he tried the cheeses, I would go to Target with him and buy him Legos. And so
What a trade.
Yeah.
One bite of cheese.
Well, I told him he had to take 2 bites. I wasn't going to let him go away with 1. So
I do that for Legos too.
He took a bite of the white cheddar and could not chew it. He just kept it in his mouth. I felt bad because he was going to cry. I was like, Clifton, it's just cheese. Just chew it. Chew it, eat it, swallow it. It'll be done. It'll be gone. He's like, I want to spit it out. I'm like, you can't spit it out in here. And then also, if you just eat it, it won't be in your mouth anymore. And so,
solid logic.
Yeah. And so he eventually ate it. And he's like, I hated that. I was like, I understand. And then I asked if they have just orange cheddar cheese, like regular cheddar basic cheese. And they did. So we got a piece of that also. And I handed it to him. He grabbed it and took a bite. No problem. No hesitation. He was like,
'Cause it was
okay.
orange.
Yeah. He's like, this is the color of cheese. And as he was eating it, he's like, this is weird. This tastes weird.
He told me about it too.
Yeah. I was like, what's it taste like? He said, just really weird. And I was like, okay. And then he handed me the rest of it. And I was like, all right. So I got samples too. So I was just holding 2 little cheese sticks, eating them. But yeah, he didn't want any of the fancy cheese. I feel like he could have liked soft cheese.
I think he could too, but his only idea of
He can't
cheese
try it.
is fake cheese.
Correct.
He eats like the square American cheddar cheese slices. I don't even know what to call it. Kraft cheese slices.
Yeah, probably.
That's like not cheese. And then mac and cheese powder.
Yep.
And then that bright orange shredded cheddar cheese from Skyline.
Yeah.
The closest cheese I feel like he gets is the cheese from Chipotle.
Yeah.
Which is white.
Yeah.
Shredded.
It's soft.
Soft.
It's also mixed in with, he gets sour cream though too.
Okay, so he doesn't really know.
He doesn't know. It's funny, my friend at the cheese store was like, so what's he like then? Like Velveeta cheese or something? I was like, worse than that. Just no real cheese.
Oh my gosh. James cooked him some Cheetos mac and cheese, which I've never heard of. To give you some perspective, I don't really eat too much processed food, and I'm not well versed in what's available these days. And I guess Cheetos mac and cheese is a thing. James cooks it up. He puts the cheese in. It is the brightest.
It looked like it was
neon
glowing
orange I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever seen. It looked like magma goo.
Yeah, powder.
And it was coating the edges of the white pot.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like sticky, gunky,
I
weird.
also have a video of him eating that too.
Nice.
I don't mind like Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Sure.
Especially with like a bunch of pepper on it. I love pepper on my macaroni and cheese.
I'm an Annie's mac and cheese kind of girl. Leave a comment down below if
I'm
you had
sure
to
you
choose a
have.
boxed mac and cheese, what kind you like.
Mine would honestly probably be Kraft Spiral. I love Spiral.
Do you like the shapes?
What do you mean, like the character shapes?
Yeah, when it's like SpongeBob.
I wouldn't pick it and cook it, but like if somebody's giving me like their kids mac and cheese, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, with pepper. I usually love mac and cheese. Like I'll eat some of it. Like I'll eat a small bowl of it. It was Cheeto flavored.
You could smell Cheetos from it.
Correct.
I ate one noodle. My brain was like slime Cheeto.
I didn't eat one.
I had one.
I didn't even eat one.
Slime Cheeto. The texture was wrong, but the taste was all Cheeto, only Cheetos.
Yeah, once I started smelling it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because I also was expecting like regular macaroni and cheese smell and flavor. I wasn't expecting a bag of wet Cheetos.
It was crazy.
It is crazy. But he picked it out and that's what he liked.
Loved it.
Also, ravioli for breakfast, room temp.
Room temp. We talked about that too.
Yep, we've talked about that.
I asked him his favorite food. He said beef ravioli. Got out a can of cheese ravioli. He was like, not this. It's the one with the beef in it. And I was like, got it. He was like, not this one. The one with the beef in it. And I was like, heard. And then I asked him his least favorite food. And he said fruits and vegetables as a group. He said it like that. And then after a pause, he said, actually, I like apples, but I don't really eat them a lot. So that was pretty shocking for me. I wasn't surprised he said it, but I didn't like.
Was it shocking?
I didn't like that he said it.
Yeah, that's a kid thing though.
Fruits and vegetables kind of rip, and I thought like
fruits do.
Yeah, at least fruits. Like kids like bananas and berries and stuff, right? I don't know a lot of kids.
Right? What is a kid?
I don't know.
He also showed us his karate moves because he's in karate. So what he did at first was he's like, I'm pretty sure he was like, you want to see my karate moves? Or he just started showing
He just started kicking.
Yeah.
He didn't introduce it. He was standing alone kicking.
He was showing us all the karate moves. And then he was like, this is what they're like. And then not the time with Allie, but another time. He's like, and this is what it feels like. And then just hit me.
Kicked you in the leg.
He kicked me in the leg once. But then like this trip, he punched me.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and he started punching Jen too.
Really?
His mom, yeah. But just to show his karate moves. He was like, this is what it looks like, and then hit Jen, and like, that's what it feels like.
Were they good?
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kicks pretty good.
Yeah. He has a soft soul and a hard kick. He kicks
should be
really
his
hard.
bio once he's anywhere with the bio.
Soft soul, hard kick.
Yeah.
He also was trying to help Lee with Kingdom Hearts.
Oh my gosh.
You can tell him.
I was sitting playing Kingdom Hearts. James stepped out of the room. I don't know where he went. You were gone for like an hour.
Phone call.
Oh, right. You were taking a phone call. I was sitting there with Clifton. He was on his iPad playing a game, and he likes to tell me about the game like I know what it is, and I like to act like I know what it is. Like I've played it a million times. That's how I like to respond. He's like, there's not enough suns in here. I'm like, you're going to have to get more, dude. You're not going to make it through this level. And he's like, I know. I don't know what I'm saying.
It was like Plants vs. Zombies.
So I'm playing Kingdom Hearts on the TV, and he looks at me. He's like, this is pretty fun to watch. I was like, yeah. I don't think he's looked up once. And then he looks at me. I'm in the middle of a battle. He's like, hey. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he was like, just let me know if you need some strategy. I've never played this game before, but I might have some strategy for you. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll let you know. That was nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny and nice.
I was packing orders, and he wanted to help. In my mind, I'm like, Clifton, you can't even see on top of the table right now. Thank you, though. No, he does want to help. He's super helpful. He said his peak was coming over here for the weekend.
Yeah, because we let him do whatever he wants.
Oh, I let him stay up so late. He was up till like 1 watching like, I don't even know what.
He watched some donut animal movie 3 times.
Oh my gosh, Extinctables or something. He watched it 3 times within, I think, 12 hours. I could be wrong. And then he was watching it again in the car.
Really?
Yeah, on the way for me to drop him off.
I've never watched it, but I'm sure it's really good.
You've seen the last 2 minutes twice.
I have.
It actually is a pretty decent movie.
Okay.
It was fun to watch.
All right.
He wouldn't tell me what was going on, though. Like, he had already watched it, and I was like, so who are they? He's like, nah, they'll tell you. I'm not going to tell you.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers from that guy, which I appreciate.
Cool. Don't.
Can y'all do that?
Doesn't matter?
I don't know. Leave it in the comments below.
No.
Why?
I don't like that.
Is it loud to you?
I just don't like it.
No, is it?
It's not as loud as you think it is.
What else did we want to tell people?
I have one more story that is not current at all. It's about my old roommate, Molly. So my old roommate, Molly, is a pretty hard-headed person. She's a go-getter. She's active. She's extroverted. She's talkative. She's just bouncing around with energy. So my sister and I go visit her in Baltimore, where I used to live. And we drive in. We get there. She gives us a tour of her apartment. And then she's like, you know what? My stomach doesn't feel that good. But I picked out this place, and I know you guys are going to like to eat, so let's just go. I'm not going to eat. And I was like, cool, whatever. So she drives us in Baltimore to this restaurant. It's this little Mexican restaurant. It was really good. Molly went to the bathroom like 3 times because she didn't feel good. And I was like, we can leave at any point. We don't need to be here. We can actually go home if you don't feel good. It's no biggie. And she was like, no, we're doing this. We had plans. Let's get it. I feel fine. And I was like, okay, it's your choice. So we leave. We're driving home. She starts to feel worse as she's driving her car through the city of Baltimore. We are making a left turn. She then opens the door in the middle of the left turn, throws up out of the door, still on the gas, still turning the wheel, and is throwing up. The car's still in motion. She drives over the median, throws up in the median, stops the car half on the median, half off, wipes her face off, shuts the door, and keeps driving.
My gosh.
It was terrifying and
Admirable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a quitter. I can't believe it happened. The whole experience, like, I couldn't even process what was going on. Like, she didn't say, I'm going to throw up. She didn't say anything. She just opened the door in the middle of a turn and threw up out the door.
She was probably trying so hard to not throw up.
And my sister's in the back seat. My sister is deathly afraid of people throwing up. Hates it. Hates people being sick. Hates people throwing up the most. And she's in the back seat of Molly's car. She's throwing up out of her door, making a left turn.
Have you ever thrown up in the car?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I was little, I was playing I Spy in the car. I threw up a banana.
I don't think I've ever thrown up in the car.
We were at a gas station and I threw up like near the car. I've since not played I Spy in the car. Don't think that's a good idea.
One time when I was working at Icon, I got food poisoning.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding.
You've had food poisoning?
At least once.
First time?
Nope, it wasn't the first.
What'd you eat?
I don't know. It was probably Chipotle. But I remember I had a bunch of jobs to do and go to, but I decided to park at this school parking lot. And the way that my work truck was set up, it's a bench seat. So I just laid on that bench seat for like an hour and then finally threw up. And I felt so much better. I went about my day.
Love a throw up, then feel good.
Oh, I always feel so good after
Comment down below if you like a feel good after a throw up. I also apologize if you don't like throwing up talk. I'm sorry.
I almost made a throw up noise, which would be a no-no. What about that? I'm just glad it did it.
Okay. What fictional character do you relate to most?
Fictional?
Mm-hmm.
So made up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I used to always get that confused in school.
Fictional.
Fiction and nonfiction.
Yeah, because non
to me is like not real.
Mm-hmm.
And then fictional would be like, okay, so that one must be real.
Mm-hmm.
Which fictional character do I relate to the most?
Mm-hmm.
Let me think. Do you have ideas for me? Don't tell me yet. I'm just curious.
No, I haven't even thought about
Did you
it.
move this?
I don't think I can reach that.
I
I have a guess about what direction you're gonna go in with what type of characters you're gonna pick, but I haven't picked any.
What is Bing Bong like?
What is Bing Bong like?
Yeah.
From
Inside Out.
If you don't know what he's like, why are you trying to be like him?
I get the vibe. I can't remember what he's like, but he seems pretty positive.
That's the first character you thought of?
No.
One you had to ask me about what he's like?
I'll look him up later. I don't know what fictional character I'm like.
Really?
My brain isn't working. Are you laughing at me? Because I can't come up with any characters?
What's Bing Bong like?
I think I might be like Bing Bong. That's just what my gut says. You know? Sometimes you just feel it. Is my voice booming?
Your voice is always booming.
Booming.
I have an idea.
Can you give me a hint?
I thought of one I thought you might say Rock Lee from Naruto.
Oh, I love Rock Lee.
I thought that you might say that. I thought you might pull a character from Dragon Ball Z. I don't know them enough to guess if you would pick one or not. And I thought you might go in an anime direction.
If I was, I'd be Goku.
Yeah, he thinks he's so main character.
No, I wouldn't say it because I don't. But if I had to pick one, it'd be him.
Would you say Rock Lee?
Yeah, in the moment.
In the moment of what?
When it's needed.
Like 10 minutes ago?
No. As if... So Rock Lee isn't necessarily the best at what he does, but he tries the hardest.
So you think you're the best and that's where you differentiate from him?
No. Even less than that. I'm saying I might not be the best at something, but if I have to try really hard, I can.
I wouldn't say that you're obsessed with something and that's what he does.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's obsessed with two things. You're obsessed with one thing.
What's he obsessed with?
Getting super strong.
And Guy Sensei?
And making Sakura fall in love with him.
Oh.
Which, sure, that can be you too.
Yeah, that could be me. All right, I'm in.
Okay.
Wait, who are you going to be? Robin?
Robin?
Wait, what's her name from Teen Titans?
Raven?
Raven? It's another bird. I don't even know what Raven's like.
But like Robin is like there also is a Robin. Like Batman's sidekick character, like there's a Robin.
Yeah, but I was definitely thinking of Raven.
Okay.
You're not Robin.
I actually asked people on my Instagram who they thought I was.
Yeah?
And I picked Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls.
I don't think you're Buttercup.
Yeah, I put that and I was like, I don't really think this is right. What do you guys think? I got Korra from Legend of Korra, which I don't think is right. She's like so hard-headed.
So is Buttercup. Buttercup's mean.
Buttercup is mean and hard-headed. But she's like not giggly.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of girl characters are giggly or stupid.
I don't think Blossom is, but you're also not Blossom.
I'm not Blossom. And someone else said Anastasia, which I kind of vibed with. I liked that one. And then someone else said the girl from Porco Rosso, the young girl, which I'm flattered by, but I don't think is true.
You ain't no pilot. You know?
Yeah, people, the general consensus was that people thought I was like a strong-headed female character, which is cool, but not really me. If I had to pick someone fictionally who I think I'm like, I would pick like April Ludgate.
Yeah.
Like standoffish, short,
still has
doesn't
feelings.
talk a lot. Yeah.
Did you have another question for me?
I do. I have one more. What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
Worst movie? I can't remember what it's called. Give me a second. It might be called Time Trap. Can I look it up? Oh. I'd really like to.
What's stopping you? Me shaking my head?
Yeah, you shook your head no. Yeah, it's called Time Trap. Also, the studio that made it's called Pad Thai Pictures.
Really?
Yeah. Time Trap is absolutely terrible, but it ends up being one of those movies that's so bad. It's like, you should watch it. Because this is bad.
I don't want to.
I think you would like it.
Why?
It's that bad. It just gets wild. It's like they just gave up.
I don't want to watch it.
Okay. Well, do you want to watch a movie later?
Okay.
I'll pick it. Yeah. So watch Time Trap if you have the time. It felt like a time trap.
Why would anyone want to watch it?
Because then you get to talk about it. And then you get to trap somebody else with it.
No.
Yes. Trap your friends with the movie Time Trap. You guys can watch it together for the first time. God, it's bad.
I won't.
Do it. Excuse me. So, Lee, what's a movie that you think is so bad?
What first came to my mind was Leprechaun.
It's not bad.
I thought it was bad when I saw it. The second thing that came to my mind were Naruto movies, where they tried to make movies.
Where just none of the rules apply?
None of the rules apply. It's
Yeah.
it barely even fits to any part of the show. They're just like, we're making a Naruto movie. And it's just like an episode drawn out into an hour and a half. That's painful.
The way it would work for Dragon Ball Z sometimes is like, it would it would be like a different way for it to have happened, but also like Goku turns Super Saiyan in one of them, which is like a big moment in the regular series, but he does it for the first time in one of the movies, and he doesn't even look the same.
Really?
He doesn't look the same. It's just not the same, and they're like, yeah, movie. And it came out like I think after. So like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't really
Why are
get
you trying
that.
to make it different?
Like anime movies for series usually don't hit. I did think that the Demon Slayer movie was good, but I've been kind of turned off of anime series movies.
What if there was a Ghibli show?
I like that idea.
God, that'd be so cool. There's not. I kind of want to talk about dreams.
Okay. We've been requested to talk about dreams a couple times here and there. Recently in our premiere today, they asked you if you'd ever dreamt that you had a dog,
Yeah.
and you replied,
No, I don't have dreams.
so James would like to talk about him not having dreams, I guess.
Well, so I've had dreams, and I wish I had more of them. And some people say you just don't remember them. I don't know enough about dreams, because in my mind, maybe I don't have them because I sleep so heavy. But then some people say they have them when they're in a deep sleep, once they're finally really relaxed. But I feel like some people have dreams when they're restless and their mind won't stop. So they're sleeping and it's just making stuff up. But I had a dream recently that I was choking on a bone.
Yeah, so if you don't know, James and I's rooms are connected by a door in between them, and I could hear him literally hacking in his room. Hacking in the middle of the night. And that same day, I was like, hey, you're sick. And he was like, no, I'm not. And I had cold, hard proof that he was sick. And I was like, yo, dude, do you remember hacking, coughing in the middle of the night like a sicko? And he said, actually, I had a dream that I was choking.
Yeah, I did have a dream I was choking on a bone, which is so funny because I just remember a little bit of the dream of before I was choking. So my body knew it was going to choke. So it's like, all right, dream time. You're going to eat this bone and choke on it. And then once I was eating the bone, I started choking.
It's the same as like your body's like, I got to pee.
Mm-hmm.
So let's use that for our story content tonight.
Yeah, I've had times where I dreamt I was peeing and I wasn't peeing.
I've done that too.
I feel like a superhero or something.
I've done both though.
Yeah, I've definitely done both.
But there are times where I'm convinced I've peed in my sleep because I peed so much in my dream.
Yes. Yeah.
Didn't.
Yeah.
How does that work? Why?
I don't know. Another time I was sick. This dream wasn't as low key as choking on a bone. I had a dream I was being shot and I couldn't breathe.
Wow, okay.
But I was sick and I couldn't breathe. So my brain rationalized it somehow. Like, what is that? Same with like, I don't know. I feel like just a lot of dreams, like you can be hearing something while you're sleeping and it goes into your dream. Mm-hmm. What?
Like alarms and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had dreams where I'm turning off my alarm and it just keeps going. I'm like, my alarm's broken.
Yeah.
It's not. I just never turned it off.
And then I've had dreams where I found a bunch of money and I wake up and I didn't.
I don't have dreams like that.
Well, you're probably shocked that I have.
I have one dream that is one of my favorites, though.
Okay, let's hear it.
I dreamt I was walking around a mall food court. I was just making laps around it by myself. And I was holding a Nalgene water bottle, the like big fat plastic ones with the screw on top that connects. My roommate Allie starts walking next to me and she's holding a full like sandwich, not a sub, but like a sandwich you'd pack for lunch from home with like 2 slices of whole wheat bread and like some stupid stuff in the middle, like a flat sandwich. She's like, hey, can you put this in your water bottle? I don't want to carry it. And I had like probably an inch worth of water at the bottom of my water bottle. And I was like, Allie, I don't want to put that in my water bottle because it's just going to get soggy. It's not like a good place to put your sandwich. And she was insisting. She was like, come on, Lee, put the sandwich in your water bottle. I do not want to hold this sandwich anymore. And I was like, Allie, no, I will not be putting a sandwich into 1 inch of water. It makes no sense. And then she insisted so much that I did. And I remember in the dream, I was still walking around the food court. We just like kept lapping it. And I was looking at the water bottle down in my hand as I was walking, looking at the sandwich get soggy in the part of the water. What is that dream? I love that dream.
I know what it is. I think that dream has a meaning.
For sure. Maybe. Like Allie insisting things of me and me being like, nah. And then I look at it and I'm like, why?
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
But that's so funny. I woke up laughing.
It's funny that your brain, it's almost like, I'm sure some people would say that like dreams are trying to tell you something, which makes sense. And it's funny, your brain's like, look, I got a scenario. Hopefully this will make you realize what's going on in your life. Allie's going to ask you to put a sandwich in your water bottle.
What a nightmare.
And you're going to do it. And then you're going to be mad about it.
I was even like mad. I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
That sounds about right.
Why the sandwich in the water bottle? Why in my water bottle?
Do you ever have any dreams you remember from when you were a kid?
I have some dreams I remember. They're mostly scary though.
Mine felt scary.
I had recurring dreams. I had nightmares where like I would get up, walk down the hallway, wake my mom up, terrify her, and then sleep on the floor next to her bed.
I would sleepwalk.
Really?
Yeah.
I never did that.
Sleepwalked.
Sleepwalked?
Quite a bit for a little while. There was like a time I made cereal and laid down and a couple other things.
Allie used to sleepwalk too. She painted her nails in her sleep.
What is sleepwalking?
I don't know. It seems like an adolescence thing though.
Sleep's so weird. Mm-hmm. It is an adolescent thing, I think. I mean, it does happen to adults, but like in the live chat today, I was like, nope, I just fall asleep and then wake up. There's no middle. Why does time stop?
I don't sleep well, so time doesn't stop for me. I would love that though. Do you want to hear my recurring nightmare? You want me to cliff notes it?
Drag it out.
All right.
Please don't drag it out. Just make it normal.
So my dream, my sister and my mom and I were going to Sears, and my mom had to make a return or something, so she was going to go in, and she was like, guys, just wait out here, me and my sister. My sister's 3 years older than me. We sat outside on this little kid-sized bench. Like 6 through 9, I was having this dream, like somewhere where I was small but not yet like a 12-year-old, you know? That time. You get that? Good. So my mom goes in the store, my sister and I are waiting outside, and then it's just been too long. So my sister and I decided to go in. We walk inside of Sears, which is since closed, I think completely gone now. Everything in the store was on continuous fire. Like it wasn't like the building was burning down.
Like it was
just like flame. Things were just in flames. Like there was just like things sitting on the shelves in flames, not burning. So we're walking through the store. I'm like, yo, Sarah, this store's on fire. What's going on? She's like, let's find mom. Let's get out of here. And I was like, great plan. This fire is unnerving. So we see this cat, and Sarah's like, let's follow the cat. And I'm like, why would my sister be wrong? So we follow this cat. It takes us down a stairwell, and we're like, this is definitely where our mom is because she loves cats too, obviously. We get into this doorway. We see a huge like cauldron pot boiling over another fire. And then we pan our vision over, and our mom is hanging from the wall in chains. And we see a witch chopping carrots into the cauldron. She's like unconscious hanging from the wall. And that's where my dream stops. I had that dream all the time.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Why would you tell us that?
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, I never had any dreams like that. Jeez. This is something I just remembered, though. I'm not really sure if it's a dream or not. And also sometimes I'm not good at explaining
You don't
things.
know if it's a dream or not?
No, I don't. So yeah, I'm going to have a hard time explaining this.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I would feel sick or like have a really bad headache or migraine, I would curl up in a ball and just it'd be in the dark. And then you ever get this like staticky feeling in your head and like things are moving fast and slow? This is where it's going to sound weird. It always felt like there was this box, kind of like a DVD screensaver, and this fuzzy ball, and like it would move slow and fast, and my head would hurt, but I didn't know if I was asleep or awake.
Sounds like hallucinating.
I used to work a second shift job. It's almost off topic. Almost. And I would work, I don't know, like 64 hours a week or something. And I would get really tired towards the end of the shift, and I drove a forklift, but like sometimes I could sit and wait. And I can remember falling asleep, but my brain is still awake, but the ears have shut off.
Mm-hmm.
Like the ears will just be off and you're still almost awake or just barely awake.
Mine's usually like everything's gone, but I can still hear.
I couldn't hear, and I remember my eyes being closed and it would be silent. And I'm just thinking, but I'm not asleep yet. I was just on the edge. It was such a weird feeling, and I remember it happened, and then I would still be awake, and I'd like wake myself up, and I would try to make it happen again, and it would. Not every time, but it's very weird. I think it's also weird how you can hear when you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody could be like talking. You're sleeping. They say your name, and you're like, yeah?
What's that?
Were you ever sleeping?
Dude, Allie naps all the time and is convinced that she's not asleep, and she is. And she'll wake up and be like, I never fell asleep. I'm like, you've been gone for an hour, dude. And she's like, nah, I never fell asleep. I was like, I watched you sleep.
Yeah, I would never deny it.
You do deny it.
Do I?
Yes.
I can remember one time we were at Lee's parents in Maryland. It was like Christmas time, and I fall asleep all the time. I remember I fell asleep. Everything was off and everybody was gone. I woke up. I was like, "Gah!" Fell asleep because I was trying really hard to not fall asleep, and then I woke up to nobody being there, and I'm like, "Oh man!"
I never wake
It
people
did
up
it.
when they fall asleep.
Yeah, recently I've fallen asleep on the couch a couple times, and like I don't have that feeling exactly, but I'll wake up and be like, "Oh."
I
must have fell asleep.
I'll leave anyone who's fallen asleep unless they really request me to wake them. I will leave them. I hate waking people up.
I kind of like falling asleep in places.
I hate waking people up.
I forgot. I didn't tell anybody this, but I had this thought. I was dropping Clifton off at the movie theater, and my sister was watching a movie, and I wanted to take a nap in the front seat, and I was like, it's probably just not a good look, you know?
For you to sleep next to Clifton waiting?
No, me be asleep in the front seat and him just playing in the back seat. Like I've passed out or something. Because also, north of like Middletown and towards Dayton is like a heroin epidemic area. And that happens. It's not a good look up there.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a good look anywhere.
Well, that's why I stayed awake.
Good for you.
Thank you.
You're strong.
Yeah. I did leave him in the car though when I got Chipotle. You know what I've thought about before?
Mm-mm.
Well, I'll tell you. I have thought about trying to make myself dream more. There's like things you can do apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just go to bed. I don't need more between being awake and being asleep. I'm gonna just sleep.
I typically dream the most memorable dreams if I wake up kind of early and then I fall back asleep and get up at my normal time. That's my prime memorable dream time.
I'll get dreams if I sleep somewhere new. Have you ever had that?
Nope.
Like if you sleep, well, I remember as a kid, like if I slept over at a friend's house, I was more likely to dream. I think it's because your brain's restless.
Doesn't happen to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. No.
Lee.
Let's get into what we're grateful for.
Okay, I wrote these down.
Me too.
Who's gonna go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, sweet.
I am grateful for being able to do laundry in my home. I love it. It is luxurious. For a while here, we couldn't do laundry in our home, and it's just not my favorite thing, and I'm grateful to have it down the hallway. I think is awesome.
I am so grateful for my eyesight. We talked about this, 2 weeks ago now? About losing an eye.
Yeah.
I'm very happy to have 2 of them. I also have, I guess I have good vision. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't. It could be gone and I just don't know it. But I don't wear glasses. And things look great. But yeah, I'm super thankful for eyesight. I also like to go look at stuff, so it comes in handy.
Looking at stuff, you know?
Well, I was just going to say nature, but also like I like the art museum. I like seeing people. Plants are cool.
What about all those videos you watch all day long?
Videos. I listen to a lot of them, though. Eyesight, 10 out of 10. Sorry if you're blind.
My next grateful item are the leaves outside. I love the leaves that are on the trees still. I love the leaves that are on the ground. There's crunchy leaves. They look pretty still. They're not brown. They just look really pretty laying there on the sidewalks and stuff. I love it. I love a crunchy leaf. I love a pretty yellow leaf. I even love a brown leaf. I'm not picky. I love leaves. Your turn.
Thank you, Lee. Number 2 shout out's gonna have to go to my bed. I usually don't think about it, but when we go to Outer Banks, I'm very happy to come home sometimes.
Me too.
Also, my mattress is actually from Lee. It's pretty good.
It's actually from my roommate that barfed outside of her car. She got it for me for free.
Nice.
Yep.
Well,
James uses it now.
yes. Yeah, I like it. And also, I'm a big person, and I think it's not a big bed. What is it?
It's a full.
It's a full. But I don't know. That's kind of fun, too, because my feet hang off the end.
Don't you think that's scary? Like ghosts are going to grab your toes?
It hasn't ever happened, so I've opted to not believe in that anymore.
You learn new things every day.
If they want to grab my feet, they can grab my feet. They haven't up to this point.
I'll talk to Bubba.
Also, who says it's like a bad thing? They grab a foot, whatever. It's like what they do with it. If they eat it, no. You know?
Yeah.
You do?
Maybe.
I'm not convinced. All right, Lee, hit him with another thing you're grateful for.
I'm very grateful for the quality time I've spent with some people lately. Not really James in particular. More the other people.
I knew it wasn't me.
Yeah. I spent some time with Allie, our other roommate, this weekend. And then we had the game night with friends. And we saw her boyfriend at the climbing gym. And it's just been nice to spend some time outside of my home with other people I don't see a lot and feel like I have a community, and it's very nice. You can read when I'm done. I don't have to say next.
Are you done?
I'm not answering that.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and go then. Don't shake your head. The other one I was going to do is this house, which is all thanks to Lee. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah?
I like this house. I don't like the way it smells after a vacation.
Me either.
Because then I realize we have a stinky house.
It is stinky.
But I like it. It's old. It's cool. It's haunted. Yeah.
It's got laundry in it.
It's got laundry in it.
It's got a shower.
It's at least got a shower. And it needs a lot of work. But it's still a really cool house. And also, it's one of the cuter ones on the street just because of some lights that Lee got. That's literally the only reason I think it's cuter than some of them.
Me too.
It's just at nighttime. It's cuter.
Yeah, it's generally not cute.
No. At nighttime, though, we're number 1.
Oh, yeah.
In the daytime, I don't think we make top 10.
Nope.
No, the house is a little rough on the outside, but it's whatever. I like this house.
I like prepping the gratefulness in advance because we might say the same thing because my bed almost made my list. And I chose quality time over my bed.
Oh, so your bed was number 4.
It was number 3, technically. And then I felt like laundry was already inside the house, so I wanted to think of something outside of the house.
Yeah, I thought about it when I said my bed and then the house. I was like, I don't care.
Cool.
Yeah, super cool.
Cool.
Lee doesn't want to do the do better segment anymore, except for just pick up trash.
Yeah, I just don't feel fulfilled by that anymore.
That's fine.
It's only been a few weeks, but I'm over it.
Well, if we end up wanting to bring it back, we can. And if not, sayonara.
Yeah, maybe it could be like an inspiration type thing. Like if we feel that we have a do better, we should do it. But if we are forcing it, let's not.
Super fair.
But also, I would love to ask people to pick up litter every single week.
Yeah, and tag us.
Yeah.
If you pick up litter and tag us, you will get reposted.
Anyone who tags us gets reposted.
That's not true.
So
I pick and choose.
You do?
No.
Thank you for watching this video.
No problem, Lee.
Yeah, James and I will be watching it. So thanks to us.
We get to watch it before
Mostly.
you guys.
Yeah, talk about VIP, you know what I mean?
VIP.
You're intentionally not doing this.
Doing what? Oh, I really wasn't. It was not intentional.
I actually quit the podcast.
Why?
My name's Lee, and this is James. This has
Hello.
been maybe podcast. Follow us on Instagram if you want to contribute to any of our little prompts we do sometimes for our podcast. We actually do it almost all the time. We didn't do it this time. Not this time, but this is one of
11
that we didn't do it. Anyways, leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. That is a personal message just to me. If you want to talk directly to me, comments go straight to James. So if you'd like to write him a message, that's a safe spot for you. We are on all other podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Let us know if you want us to be on anything else. We can add it, but those are the big 3 that we hear about that we don't use personally. I'm Lee, artist plumber. James, artist plumber.
And make sure to like the video and subscribe to this channel. Turn on notifications and also be here every Monday at 12 Eastern. And that's not the midnight one, that's the PM one.
Okay.
Some people get that confused.
And thank you, Courtney, for our beautiful mugs.
What's her last name?
Hossman.
Hoseman.
Horseman. It's so close to horseman.
No, it's not.
Kind of is.
No, there's no R. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have to go.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. It's really hot when we film because the door's shut.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're wearing a hoodie thing.
Wow.
Wow.
It's really thin. Look at it. It's not even fuzzy.
I don't care what she has to say.
Hmm.
You want me to turn the camera off? Wait, do we want to do an impression?
I don't know. Do we?
Yeah. Can you do...
I have to do it?
Yeah. Can you do Princess Peach? Do you want me to show you what she sounds like?
Ha! 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 She doesn't say anything else. I win!
That was good.
That's Mario Party.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes!
Yeah. See? You knew it.
What else does she say?
Help me, Mario.
Yippee!
All right, you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta turn the camera off.
Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming. If you were at the premiere, kisses, XOXOXO. We love chatting with you in live chat. It's very cool. If you weren't there, you didn't miss much. James has a secret goal of wanting 100 people on one of our premieres. We hit like 80 today. 81. He keeps an eye on it. So if you want to be number 100, just let us know.
You done?
Yeah.